Hi, a continuance from the Vertigo app. As you might remember from the first demo, we're in an IT procurement scenario and we've just gone through the overview where we added the conduct reference calls or visits. So let's dive into that one specifically, and I go to all the workflows and I click on the reference calls and visits. Here I have a fairly short process, which includes the request references, make reference calls, and a review reference calls summary. I see that I only have make reference calls and I haven't yet added the potential do the reference visits. So I'm going to add that, which I'm still going to put on the project manager role, and I have conduct ref visits. I create the task and I add it, and it will automatically pop in directly after the make reference calls. From an overview standpoint, I might want to see all the specific requirements I have in this workflow, and I click on show all, and now all the requirements that I have for each individual task will be shown here at the bottom part. Right now I only have 3 requirements on the request references because that's as far as I've gotten, but if I click on that it will pop up automatically. In the middle here at the bottom part you can see my priority, which is shown here. Right now I haven't even set the priority yet, but if I look at the 3 requirements I do have, which are ensure not to disclose all questions in advance, identify the current relationship between the supplier and the reference, and request minimum 3 references. I would say that the request minimum 3 references is fairly important, and as that is my first requirement that I identify, it will get the priority number 1. The second one I will choose, which will probably be to identify the current relationship between the supplier and the references. I can choose between number 1 and number 2. I press number 2, and as the third, that's the only option I got left, and therefore ensure not to disclose all questions in advance will get priority number 3. After all this is done, I can of course say that, maybe I got a little bit wrong here, and then I can just go in and say, this one might be the most important part. So I reorganize my priority at the bottom here.